I just want to ask you a couple quick questions. Grant, Screen Rant, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm really excited to learn more about this film. First and foremost, I love that this is representation for you on multiple levels. What was it like going into this role and really tackling all, everything that it had to offer?
Honestly, it was a gift. I love. It was a hard job, but man, it was an absolute gift to be able to show 3 different iterations of the same person.
And so, obviously, a lot of this movie is also yours and Diego's relationship.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear what it was like. This is a very specific, dynamic, very challenging one for a lot of the film. What was it like finding that rapport with him as filming went on?
Well, we shot 2 films, right? There's the musical component, and there was also the prison component. So the musical side, he and I didn't really we had conflicts because we were both vying for Aurora's love. But on the prison side, the first scene, the first moment when we lock eyes as Melina and Valentine is the first time that we ever said any words to each other. And Bill gifted us by giving us, we shot everything in sequence. And so we built that relationship scene by scene, trauma by trauma. And so by the end of it, we were just locked in and bonded. And I was like, Diego Luna is so charming. So how can you not fall in love?
I can't wait to see it play out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to be chatting with you first and foremost, and I'm thrilled that this movie is getting its Sundance premiere. How does it feel to be here at premiere night?
Oh my God, I feel like a movie like this is a miracle to get made. So I think it's a testament to the magic of Diego Luna and Jennifer Lopez that this would get made. And it's a movie about the magic of cinema. I mean, truly, it's about 2 people that find themselves in a horrible situation, and through the magic of narrative and storytelling and fantasy and escapism, they get to fall in love with each other. So to be a part of that, I mean, I'm the target audience for this movie. It's a queer Latino revolutionary musical. I would be a fan of this no matter what. I'm the world's biggest Bill Condon fan because I think Chicago and Dreamgirls are the best movie musicals ever. So to be a part of this and to have been there on set is God, the best 8 days of my life, honestly.
I love that for you. So with that said, I mean, this is obviously based on multiple different things. There's the book, there's the original movie, there's the stage play. Which did you find you really turned to sort of dive into or to re-immerse yourself in the world in addition to Bill's script?
Totally. So I went back and I read the original novel, which I actually had only read in English, but I went back and read it in Spanish. And what's really amazing about the novel is it's really dialogue. It's just 2 characters talking, and it's kind of like a screenplay. So I think it's very dialectical in that way, that they just have these debates about these 3 movies that are real movies also. So then going through and doing all the research and looking at those movies, one of them actually is a Nazi film that they talk within, and they have a whole debate about the propaganda-ness of that. So I just found that so rich, and I've been really reading more Latin American literature and trying to connect with my roots, and I don't know, it just started a great chain of events for me to connect with that book. It's so beautiful. Highly recommend anyone. Manuel Puig, fierce. And then actually my mom, when she was pregnant with me, she saw the original musical in 1994. So I literally feel like this Candor Neb music is in my DNA. Actually, my mom cut her hair like Chita Rivera based off of that musical. We were just obsessed with it. So for me, this score and these songs and the iconic, white outfit that Chita wears on the Tony Awards, now adapted to be Jennifer, is it's everything I love rolled into one.
Well, this was the perfect project for you to finally be a part of then. Yes. And so before I let you go, I did want to ask, I love that with Diego's involvement and with so many Latin American involvement in it, that I'm curious how much of it is actually in Spanish versus English, because, I mean, he just had La Magina, which was all in Spanish, and so I'm curious, if you can tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, the movie within the movie that I'm a part of is in English,
okay.
But you're going to have to wait and see about the other timeline that Diego and Tonatiuh are in.
I love that little tease. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to watch this film.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Take care. So, and I'd love to ask you really quickly as well. I mean, this is very much a movie that is very rooted in Hispanic and Latin culture. Yes. What was it like, from the writing standpoint, ensuring that you were being as authentic as possible while telling your vision of it?
That was a challenge. It was a lot of research, and then also...
Sorry about that.
It's a lot of research, and also I was always looking to my Latin collaborators, starting with the actors. But we made most of the movie in Uruguay, and I was surrounded by people who had relatives who'd been affected by the stories that are told in the novel. So it was. I think for me it was talking to as many people as possible, researching, and also making people into collaborators.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.